Hey, it's Clay Trade, and this will be a video chart on IHGP. This one's been pretty popular, been picking up some steam. Another one of these 000 stocks. So I want to go over it because it's got kind of a little different twist to it now after today. I was thinking about doing it yesterday, but I wanted to see how it reacted after it had shown that it could move out of this range. And then we got this candle today, which has a pretty wide range, going from 0002 all the way up to 0006. So, like I said, wide range, so it kind of puts a little interesting twist on it. Clearly, there's lots of eyes, lots of interest in the stock. Today, it had the most volume ever, but unfortunately, it wasn't volume pushing it up. It was more volume that was trying to get through this 0006 level, and then eventually came back down. But nonetheless, the point with the volume being it's got lots of eyes on it, lots of people talking about it, so the potential is there to make a bigger move than what it's already made. Will it? I have no idea. As always, these 000 stocks, they're risky. They can be fun to play, but it's one of those things where you don't want to be taking your kids' college tuition and putting it into these sorts of stocks. So always keep that in mind. So let's just dig in. Like I said, the first 2 days, well, this was a warning day, and I actually did an annotated chart of this and put that out at investorshub.com stating, hey, I'm going to put this on volume alert because all of a sudden it had over a billion shares traded, and then you look at the previous, volume, and there hadn't really been any except for some, scattered days among, back here, but nothing over a billion, not even close. So I did put it on alert, not a video, just like I said, an annotated chart. Then got a nice move here. So this is what told me, all right, this thing has the potential to move. It broke out of the dreaded 0001 to 0002 column and showed that it's able to flex its muscles a little bit and move around, which is always that's kind of the confirmation sign that you want to see. Are these charts going to be able to move, or is it just going to stay stuck down in this range? So this question was answered yesterday, and then today. The question was more of, what's it going to do? Is it going to explode, or is it going to do a little bit of pullback? Is it still going to be popular? There was quite a few questions, and they were all answered. First question: is it still popular? Yes, very. As can be seen by the volume. Was it going to pull back or explode? Well, it did kind of both. It did make another 50% run up before finally coming back down. So now the question is kind of, well, where do we stand now? And the first question that we need to ask ourselves and make sure that doesn't happen is the stair step going to hold? I've done some video charts on other 000 stocks, so I'd encourage you to go watch those. But this is what we call a stair step, and basically all that means is it's a support level. And this stair step is very important because it's the one that's going to make sure it doesn't drop back into the dreaded 0001 to 0002 area. If it does fall back in there, does that mean it's never going to be able to come out? No, that's not what I'm saying, but it's one of those things where if you play 000 stocks, you know that it's just a bigger pain once you fall back in this range because you got all the people that are looking to just buy 0001 then sell right away at 0002 for their quick 100%. So that's really the first question and kind of situation where we don't want to see happen. Sure, if you're a bottom fisher and you want to try to pick some back up at 0001, maybe you'd like to see that. But assuming you hold shares or whatever, you don't want to see it fall back into that territory, and that's kind of the question. Is it, or is it going to hold strong? Hopefully this level here, and I'll make that thicker to remind everybody we want that area to hold strong, but hopefully 0002 can hold up. The other thing is, let's say it heads back up and gets to 0006 up here. I was watching level 2s on it today, and it looked like a couple times this level was going to fall, but it just won it. So for some reason, I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty stubborn resistance level. Now, at the same time, usually when stubborn resistance levels fall, they produce really nice runs. So this is going to be the level 0006 that we want to keep a close eye in terms of resistance. If the price can get back up there and test it, whether that be tomorrow or next week, that's where the breakout traders will really be watching close, because if they see that area fall, then I'm sure some will buy in, especially seeing the way it acted today. But the other good thing that this candle showed us, once again, is that the stock can move. Sure, it had difficulty getting above the 0006, but it moved nicely. It got through these levels, held up, and did some nice trading. So the stock, the potential is there, and that's really what you're looking for in these sorts of stocks. The other thing to just keep in mind is what's going to happen with volume. Is volume just going to fall off and go nowhere, or is volume going to stay relatively heavy where it's got a chance to come up here and break this level? If volume drops off a cliff and starts pulling these sorts of things, then 0006 is never going to happen. So the volume is another thing you're going to want to keep a close eye on. But as long as it stays heavy, now does it have to do a billion shares every day? No, it doesn't have to do that. But you do want to make sure that it's producing enough volume where it could build up a punch to get through this level. So that's the other thing to watch. So overall, it's kind of a wait and see situation now because we're waiting and seeing is this level going to hold? Waiting and seeing are the bulls going to be able to push out of this level? Or is it just going to turn into a range bound stock where people use it as an ATM machine? Buy down around these areas and then sell up around these areas. If that's what it becomes, then obviously you're just going to get something that's pretty much bouncing back and forth and can never make any progress. So a bunch of different situations, and I wish the chart would tell me which situation is going to unfold, but unfortunately, charts aren't crystal balls like that. All they can do is present potential situations, and those are kind of the three I see right now. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll get a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, everything from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a big variety, and best part is it's all free, no strings attached. So it's definitely worth at least checking out. One more time, this was IHGP. Thanks for listening.